He's saying Wuti and he's a illegal Kwerekwere. And the police stopped her and asked for her ID, and she gave it to them, and they just let her go. Now there's no problem. Do you understand? You can even hear when she says Kwerekwere Wuti, she's not even offended by the word Kwerekwere. You can hear how she's using it. She's not even offended by the word Kwerekwere. Why isn't she offended by the word Kwerekwere and able to use it just like this, publicly like this? It's because she has documents. She is here legally. She didn't come here illegally. So this thing of Kwerekwere kahle kahle ayimthinti, because she is here legally. She has nothing to worry about, nothing to complain about. But these ones who always complain about us calling them Kwerekwere, they forget that they are here illegally. That is why this word is so offensive to them.
If you ask any South African about his dream, he will tell you exactly that his dream is to go to London. So now my question to you, if your dream is to go to London, when you get to London and they start to call you Makwerekwere, they start to call you Lindova, they start to call you Grigampa, they start to call you Linyas, how are you going to feel? Tell me, how are you going to feel if you get to London and they start to call you by names? The names that you don't even know the meaning of them, but you keep on calling us. You keep on calling us Makwerekwere. I'm sick and tired of these people. You people hate your own brothers. You South African, you discriminating your own brothers and sisters for no reason and protecting the white people. This thing need to stop. Apartheid must fall.
I decided to take a walk and go to the shop this morning. And guess what? I get a Kwerekwere here. So I met the police car and they stopped me and asked for my ID. But because I'm a Kwerekwere, not illegal Kwerekwere, but the legal one, I gave them the ID. It doesn't feel wrong to be a Kwerekwere. There's nothing bad about being a Kwerekwere. Nobody's harassing you for anything. They were just doing their job. They stopped me. I gave them the ID. And that was it. Now I'm here. Safe and sound.
You know, every time I hear foreigners speak like this and say, us as South Africans, we call them names, we call them Kwerekwere, and all these other names this guy has mentioned, and say, how are we going to feel if us as South Africans, we go to other countries and when we get there, they start calling us names, calling us all sorts of names that we don't even understand. You know, every time I hear foreigners try to make this point, I always think that these people are acting as if they don't know what kind of people South Africans are. In order for people in a certain country to start calling you names, they don't just randomly wake up one day and decide to call you insulting names and things like that. No. If a country calls you by a certain name that you do not like, in most cases, that name came from some kind of thing or bad behavior that the countrymen didn't really appreciate. And then they start using that word to offend you, try to make you feel bad and things like that, because there's something that you did to them that led them into calling you that way. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And then look at us as South Africans. There's a lot of South Africans in London. There's a lot of South Africans in America. There's a lot of South Africans in other African countries, in Nigeria, in Zimbabwe. Everywhere around the world, South Africans are there. But you will never hear some people from a certain country complaining about South Africans. You will never hear some people from a particular country saying, South Africans are busy, they are here, they are doing 1, 2, 3, they are killing our children, they are selling drugs, they are running prostitution rings, and you will never hear that thing. And As a result of you never hearing that thing, you will never hear people from other countries call South Africans names. Why? Simply because South Africans are well behaved. We don't do snacks things. South Africans know how to act like tourists when they are in a particular country. They know how to act like foreigners when they're in a particular country. They understand that this is not Mzansi. We are in a different country with different leaders, different cultures. So we must not try to offend these people or act as if we know better than these people. So South Africans are able to manage themselves and behave themselves. And then they don't cause problems for any country. So if they are not causing problems for any country, then we are not worried as South Africans with being called names. If South Africans were going to other countries and doing bad things and things like that, I would be afraid maybe and think maybe other countries will start calling us names. But I know my fellow South Africans are well behaved. So even other countries don't see a reason to be complaining about South Africans or calling us names. And even if you can ignore that fact, you could ask as South Africans, we are well behaved. It's very unlikely to go to a certain country and find an illegal South African immigrant there. It's very, very unlikely. When us as South Africans choose to go to London, as he mentioned, or choose to go to America, or choose to go to Nigeria, choose to go to Ethiopia, whatever country you might have in your mind right now, we don't go there through creative means. We go there legally with documents in hand. You will never find a lot of illegal immigrants from South Africa in a certain country. That thing never happens. So, why would people from a particular country feel compelled to call us names as South Africans, names that we don't appreciate when we are well behaved? We know how to manage ourselves, we respect those people, we don't commit crimes, and on top of that, we are there legally. Why would they offend us and call us names? So, what you need to be doing is looking at South Africa as an example. If you want us as South Africans to stop calling you names, stop doing things that we don't want in South Africa, stop coming into South Africa illegally. You see that other video of the lady there? He's saying Wuti he's a illegal Kwerekwere, and the police stopped her and asked for her ID, and she gave it to them and they just let her go. Now there's no problem. Do you understand? You can even hear when she says Kwerekwere, she's not even offended by the word Kwerekwere. You can hear how she's using it. She's not even offended by the word Kwerekwere. Why isn't she offended by the word Kwerekwere and able to use it just like this, publicly like this? It's because she has documents. She is here legally. She didn't come here illegally. So this thing of Kwerekwere I am tinti because she is here legally. She has nothing to worry about, nothing to complain about. But these ones who always complain about us calling them Kwerekwere, they forget that they are here illegally. That is why this word is so offensive to them. No country out there will be calling South Africans names because South Africans know how to behave themselves in other countries, and we go there legally. That's just what I wanted to talk about in today's video. So tell me on the comment section down below, what do you think about this? Do you think if we go to other countries as South Africans, there's a chance that one day we can be called names? Or do you think nothing like that will ever happen because we know how to act in other people's countries as South Africans? But if you just enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to this channel. I would really appreciate it. My name is Emmanuel and this is Mzansi Versity, the place where we transform lives through knowledge and information. Let's meet again on another video.